Hi, welcome to Cloud Institution YouTube channel, the best software training institute. So today we are going to discuss AWS tutorial. So today's topic is what is CloudFront. So AWS CloudFront is a fast and content delivery network that is CDN service that securely delivers data, videos, application and APIs to the users worldwide with low latency and high transfer speeds. It uses a global network of edge location to catch content closer to users, enhancing performance and reducing load on origin services. So basically, when you're talking about CDN, that is Content Delivery Network, a CloudFront is a web service provided by AWS to catch dynamic and static content across the world, and it is having a bunch of capabilities such as speed up websites, giving security, that is WAF and Shield, act as global load balancer, compress object before getting to viewer. For example, imagine you're going to host a particular website. Okay, sometimes if it is not working, if something happens to that particular website page and everything, it will give that with the help of CDN, when you configure with the help of CDN, it will give nearest from the nearest you'll give an object. Okay, so that's why it is having a speed up websites and giving security like WF and shields and everything. So inside this cloud frame, there are a number of options like edge location, regional edge location, what origin group, what is origin shield, compress object, catching behavior, error page, etc. So when you're talking about edge location, that is CloudFront delivers your content through a worldwide network of data centers called edge location. And sometimes it is called as pop-up, that is point to presence. But when you're talking about religion edge cache are CloudFront location that are deployed globally, close to your views. They are located between your origin server and it pops region cache with have good capability to store data comparatively edge location. But when you're talking about the origin, and origin is the location where the content are stored. But when you're talking about origin group, to create a failover or redundant system, we can add multiple origin together as a group called origin group. For that, create two regions or a primary or a secondary. If a primary location or primary is not available or it returns to the specific HTTP response status code that indicate fails CloudFront automation and secondary origin. So if anything happens to primary, it will go to the secondary origin. But when you're talking about origin shield is the additional caching layer that can help reduce to the low load of your origin help protect your availability. And the compress object of the CloudFront automatically compress certain type of object and serve their compressed object which again speed up object or website operations and the catching behavior, which help us to determine what are the files want to catch from the S3 bucket or any other endpoints. And also error page. If you are not user, if the user not able to access that particular object or a web page, we can redirect to an error page, that is customized page. And geo redundation, that is you can also use a geographical redundation, sometimes known as blocking, to prevent user specific geographic location from accessing content your distribution into the CloudFront distribution. So there are many specification like CloudFront, that is content delivery location. Okay, so let's move on to demos. We'll get a more clarifications and everything. Okay, so I'll create an S3 bucket. Okay, so already an S3 bucket is created. Okay, so in that bucket, I'm going to host a web page or website. Okay, so I'll use a randomly one bucket. So inside that bucket, I'm gonna upload a website. Okay, to upload a website and everything, you can see you can use static web page. Already you know these things and everything. So last class we already discussed. To do that, we'll go to the properties. So when you go to the properties, you can see static web hosting. So when you click on edit, you can see now it's enabled, right? So we'll change to the enable and we'll give a particular index.html. Why? Because it should be always .html format or .html name. So I'll give the index.html. So after giving these things and everything, I'll click towards a save change. So after clicking save change and everything, I'll upload the website. Okay, so I'll go to the object, I'll click on upload, add folder, AWS. I'll select a particular SBS HTML, upload. So when you click on upload, you can see 99 files. So I'll click on upload. So what is happening is that right now specifically I'm gonna host this website in a particular region. Okay. So with the help of content delivery network, what happens is that if anything happens to that particular object or if anything happens to the particular regions, anything everything means from the nearest region you can easily get the objects which is not recovered from the regions. So it is very high available and it is very speed of websites and everything. So I'll show you that things and everything. So I'll click on upload. So you can see right now it is uploaded, right? So I'll go back to close and I'll search for the cloud friend. Okay, so I'll search for the cloud friend. So when you search for the cloud friend, you can see right now we have to create a cloud friend for this. Okay, so you can see create distribution. Okay, so I'll click on cloud friend distribution and I'll create a particular distribution. So right now I've created a single website or app. So I already created a website. So that's why I'm clicking as a single website or app. So they ask you for the particular origin domain. So origin domain means it is coming inside the S3 KMS bucket. That is a bucket I've given, right? And also you can see origin access. So origin access should be always public. Then only you can get an output. So after doing these things and everything, what I'm going to do is I'll go down and so instead of public, you can also use origin access control that is recommended. So already it is telling recommended. So we don't have any origin access control anything. So we'll click on create new OAC. So we'll give a particular name and we'll click on create. So a name has been created, right? So after doing these things and everything, we'll go down and we'll click on create distribution. So this is very simple to enable these things and everything. So they're asking for the web application firewall that is WAF. So right now I'm not going to do anything. So I'll do as do not enable security protection and I'll go to create distribution. So after clicking create distributions and everything, what I'm going to do is I'll show you the output, how it's working and everything. Okay. To check that, what you have to do is we'll open a new tab and I'll check for the check host server. So when you search check host server, then you can see with the help of this check host server, you can easily analyze how it is happening and everything. Okay. So to get that, you have to copy that URL from the S3. Okay. So we'll go back to the S3 and I'll open that bucket. So inside that bucket object is that is SBS. So already we have given index. So I'll copy that index URL and I'll go to checkhost server and I'll paste it here. Okay, I'll paste it and I'll click enter. So when you click enter, you can see number of options. That is, you can see inside a particular content delivery network. When you're connecting that content delivery network, what happens is that it is connected to multiple regions and everything. You can see from here, when you go down, you can see multiple regions. And also when you search as TCP port also, you can see the changes. So you can see it is connected to multiple regions and everything. So you can see it is connected to Brazil, it is connected to France, Germany, India. In India itself, it is connected India, Mumbai, New Delhi, and everything. So what happens is that if anything happens to that particular region, it will give from the nearest region. So you won't face any load, means you won't face any traffic or anything. So that's why it is also familiar as a load balance also. So you know what is load balancer? Load balancer is that to avoid the traffic. So that's why we're mainly using content delivery network. So I hope this channel works you a perfect instructions and everything. And if you like our channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And for more information, contact Cloud Institution. Thank you.